right, and let's look at an example of how we can get ourselves into a place of being strengthened by God when we don't feel like it. David, your boy, okay? He just came back from fighting in a battle, okay? He comes back to his city where his wives and children are. Okay, the city is burned. Okay, wives, sons, daughters, gone. Destruction. And he's out fighting battles, and he comes back to this. This is my reward. And there is chaos. I mean, people are freaking out. All of his quote-unquote mighty men, they weren't acting so mighty in that moment. Okay? 1 Samuel 30 will start in verse 4. It said, "Then David and the people who were with him lifted up their voices and wept until they had no more power to weep." That's a low moment. Okay? You are so distraught that every single tear you have just got cried out, okay? David's 2 wives were gone. Verse 6, "Now David was greatly distressed, for the people spoke of stoning him." Okay, because the soul of all the people was grieved, and every man for his sons and daughters. Okay, stop right there. People were so upset. Okay, they wanted to kill David. I mean, he had so much grief himself. His own stuff got burned. His own wives and family got taken. But not only that, everyone who was with him, his mighty man with him, was turning on him, and they're questioning killing him. Okay, if anyone was having a low moment, it was him. Okay, if anyone had an excuse to roll over, have a little tantrum, freak out, run away, curse God, it was him. Because he was out fighting battles that God was saying he should have fought. And here he's coming back to his reward of stuff being completely destroyed. Okay, so if you have had stuff in your life that has just been the most chaotic, crazy, David can relate to you. Okay, but this is what he does. Okay, this is 6 and 6b. But David strengthened himself in the Lord. What did he do? Can you say that again? Okay, I need you to say it really loudly. Strengthened himself. Who did he strengthen? Himself. There you go. In the Lord. Okay, what did he do next? He said, "Hey, David." Oh, then David said, "Hey, Abiathar, come here." Okay? "Please bring the ephod here to me." Okay, then he brought that to him. Okay, what was that? That's what the priests wore when they went and talked to God. Okay, so David inquired of the Lord, saying, "Shall I pursue this troop?" Okay, should I get revenge? Come on, what do I do, God? I'm mad. What do I do? Okay, and the Lord said, "Pursue, for you shall surely overtake them, and without fail recover all." Okay, I wonder if he rolled around in his weakness, in his defeat, if he consulted everyone what he should do, or, he kind of just sat there in a pity party, and then it says for 20 years he sat there and was so sad for his life. No. It says he inquired of the Lord. And I believe he picked himself up. Give me that priestly garment. I got business to do. Because I'm not going to sit here and wallow when my life is in the hands of grieving friends and all chaos and hell is breaking loose. This is not the time to have a pity party or feel sad for myself or go gossip about something to make myself feel better. This is the moment to go to God. Give me that ephod. I'm going. Didn't say anyone else went with him. He was by himself. Because he had enough wits to know, I need the strength of God. And what does it say? He strengthened himself in the Lord. Doesn't say he had a pity party. Doesn't say he grieved and sackcloth and ashes. No. He picked himself up and he took responsibility, even though it wasn't his fault. And he strengthened himself in the Lord. And he sought God. And what did God say to him? Pursue, overtake, and you're going to recover everything. And we see later in the story in verse 18, so David recovered what? All that the Amalekites carried away and rescued his wives. Nothing of theirs was lacking, either small or great, sons or daughters, spoil or anything which they had taken from them. David recovered all. If he sat in his place of weakness, he wouldn't have recovered anything. He wouldn't even known that God said to him, go, you're going to win. Because I think a lot of the times in our lives, we are in defeat because we haven't sought God for what we should do. And part of you getting strengthened with might in your inner man is seeking the face of God. You can't do it for somebody else. You need to do it for you. That doesn't mean you can't pray for people, but you know what I'm saying. Come on, pick yourself up. Put your ephod on and go talk to God about your life. The devil wants you to stay in weakness and in fear and to believe every lie that you deserve to stay there, but it's a lie. He made you for a purpose. And for such a time as this, he created you to be just the way you are. And this is not the season to roll over in weakness. This is the season to lay a hold of God. Lay a hold of him. God's like, come on, come boldly. Get up in my face. Talk to me. Because if you did, you would know that you're going to pursue, overtake, and recover all. That's what I have for you. But if you're going to stay in the camp of weakness and fear and being stoned, you'll never hear me say it. You'll never believe it, and then you'll never see it, and then you turn around and blame me for not being in victory. But God's like, no, the plan was always for your victory. But it was on the other side of you picking yourself and abiding in his presence.